Hey everyone, it's Kara from Prairie Bloom Pottery, and I wanted to share some more things that I got out of the kiln this week, so I'm pretty excited about it. First up, if you saw my video from last week where I did the light flux and opal luster from Mayco that went terribly, but I had lustrous jade in part of it that I really liked. Well, that's what I did this week with this one. Turned out okay. There are a couple tiny little pinholes in here, so I may refire that and see if I can't get those out. I also don't love how it didn't get a ton of coverage at the bottom there, so I may try that again as well. There's this one, which I think turned out really pretty. So this is Black Adventurine, and if you haven't used that one before, here, you can see the sparkle. See how sparkly it is? I just love that. It's so pretty. And then down here is soft red, and same thing on the bottom. I think I put the soft red a little bit thick in the bottom, so you can kind of see it started to orange peel just a little bit. It's not bad, but yeah, I wish it all looked kind of like that, where I think I got it just a little bit thinner. It did run off the bottom, so I had to have it ground, but yeah, that soft red is quite the runner, especially with this Black Adventurine. And then I got back this bubble glaze cup, I really like, and then curry, spectrum curry on the inside, which turned out really pretty. Like how it breaks like that. Maybe not quite as bright as I was hoping for with this. It's supposed to be a Hawkeye mug, so their colors are black and gold, and I guess it looks okay for it, but I think it turned out really good. I got back, I'm gonna make magnets like this. So this is just a cookie cutter that I used, and then glazed it with antique turquoise from Laguna. Turned out really cute. I love the little toe beans. They're so fun. And then this is one of the new spectrum glazes, and I just love it. I showed this one in the last video as well. Tapenade, I think. That's what somebody told me. That's how you pronounce it. I know what it is, I just didn't know how to pronounce it. So anyway, I really like that. I got the idea from Hobble Creek Pottery. I think Tiffany, she did a tutorial, but she used a skull. And I saw this, it was a placemat, it was a skull placemat. And I saw this placemat and I was like, oh, that's really pretty. So I decided that I'd try it. And I mean, no cracks, like stayed really flat, looks really good. So definitely gonna do that one again. Another idea that I got from her. So I had already started this is not one I got out of the kiln, but I'd already started these little wine toppers because I'm doing a pottery fair at a winery in October. So I was like, oh, well, you know, theme it, right? And it looked, I thought it turned out really great. And then I saw a tutorial from her on doing gnomes on top of a wine stopper. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm already doing these. I'll try that too, because I've done gnomes in the past, and they turned out really good. So, but I didn't, because it's in October, the Pottery Fest is, I decided to do witches. So this is one of my little witches, and she's got a sparkly dress. This is, I see it a little bit better in the light there. So that is Cosmic Tea Dust is the hat and the dress. And I think that it's a red clay. I think this is smoke. So it's supposed to be a gray, it kind of turned like gray brown, but I think it worked out really well. And then here's this one. And this is a different glaze on the hat and the dress. It is cosmic oil spot. I had an issue with the cosmic tea dust. I did another one, I should have brought that up here, where usually when I do the cosmic tea dust, I mean, it turns out almost black. Like you can see there's a little bit of brown coming through, but it almost turns out black and it looks really nice. The last one I did turned out, I mean, it was brown. It was like a tannish brown color. And I think all the sparkles had just sunk to the bottom. So yeah, I did get one more thing back. Pause for just a minute. Okay, I grabbed the one that turned brown. See, she had like a tiny bit of sparkle, but it turned completely brown. It's crazy to think that these two are using the same glaze, but that's what it is. Same bottle, same everything. Just I stirred it up on this one, and this is on the wine topper, so she was already glued on, and I used obsidian for her braids. This was the other thing I got out of the kiln, and I've got mixed feelings about it. I think it turned out okay, but it may need to be refired. I didn't notice it right away, but there are a few little tiny bubbles. I don't know if you can see that at the bottom, kind of. Yep, there we go. That seems to have caught it. There are a few little bubbles, which I'm thinking wouldn't make it food safe. You wouldn't be able to put a dip or something in there, which is the whole point of it. I like the bubbles. I always like the bubble glazing. It's so cool. But I added a little too much at the bottom. It crawled. I think this part would still be food safe, but it's just not, like, you know, you can kind of see it's irregular, which I don't love. But yeah, so we'll see. This is Spectrum Curry, and then I put a little bit of white flux where it joined, just so it wasn't such a stark line. I did the same on the bottom there. So yeah, you'll have to tell me what you think. But those are the things I got back. So thank you and sharing my Kiln Christmas with me.